Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Just a bit of a heads up, over the next few weeks, we're making some tweaks and changes to eyeonannapolis.net, and some things may look a little bit out of kilter and may appear in places where you may not expect them. Also, I didn't win that darn Powerball again last night. So let's get into the news, shall we? Election news. AP was the first to call the governor's race for Westmore. The county results will be a little bit more tricky as the Board of Elections will not start to count the mail-in ballots and provisional ones until November 15th. There are about 69,000 ballots that were mailed out, so unless some candidate is ahead by 69,000 votes, we're going to have to sit and wait. I'm going to take some time and see what comes in throughout the day today, and I'll have more on this either tomorrow or on eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later on today. Oh, and right as the polls closed last night, I did release a Crystal Ball podcast with my thoughts and some reasoning on who should win or who would win a bunch of different races. You want to check that out. Unfortunately, we have a few deadly crashes to tell you about this morning. On Monday night at B&A Boulevard and Schulamar Road in Linthicum, a man was killed when a vehicle struck him and did not stop to help. He was walking along B&A and possibly attempting to cross the road when he was struck by a white vehicle believed to possibly be a Lexus. The victim was wearing black, non-reflective clothing. And yesterday afternoon, a Ford F-250 crashed into a tree and became fully engulfed in flames near Queen Anne Bridge Road and Central Avenue in Davidsonville. Police don't know why it left the road, but the driver, a 38-year-old male from Charlottesville, and a backseat passenger, a 15-year-old male, were taken to hospitals with critical injuries. The front seat passenger has not been identified, but he died at the scene. And a bizarre police tale, this time from the MTA police, and I'll tell you, Dan Belson at the Capitol broke this story. On November 3rd, a 21-year-old Severna Park man crashed an MTA train. Yes, you heard that correctly. He downloaded a How to Drive a Train manual from the internet, went to the light rail shop at Cromwell Station in Glen Burnie, hopped into a 44-ton train, and took it for a spin. He got about 4 miles away near the Linthicum station when his train crashed into another one that was supposed to be on the tracks. There were several injuries on that non-stolen train, and when asked specifically how the train was stolen, an MTA spokesperson said they're going to be looking into that. The culprit was charged with theft, trespassing, and reckless endangerment and was released on his own recognizance. This is for the residents of Eastport Terrace, Harbor House, and anyone that has an interest. Before Alan Moyer, I never heard of a charette. I learned that it was a meeting where everyone shares their ideas, and the city is hosting another one on November 21st from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Eastport United Methodist Church to see what the community wants to see when Harbor House and Eastport Terrace are rebuilt. Not sure where all this fits in with the city's lawsuit against HACA, HACA's lawsuits against the city, the residents' lawsuits against both of them, and the city's request for HUD to put the organization into receivership, but November 21st from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the United Methodist Church in Eastport. All right, this is way cool. A new museum of sorts in D.C. It's called the Museum of Illusions, and it will open up on December 13th. It's hands-on walk-through with illusionistic rooms, optical illusions, didactic games, puzzles, exhibits, and much more. Tickets are on sale now. You can learn more and get tickets at moiwashington.com, which is Museum of Illusions, washington.com. I'm definitely going to be checking that one out when it opens. It does look really cool. This is your weekly reminder that Galway Bay's authentic Irish eggnog is here, and you can get it at Galway Bay, Killarney House, Pirates Cove, and Brian Boru. You can order it online at galwaybaymd.com, and you can pick it up at any of those locations. Or you can try your luck at Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits. I did see it at Scott Brothers the other day at the Bay Ridge Shopping Center. But don't count on it being available the week before Christmas. They do go quickly. And like any good infomercial, act now before they're gone. But that's true. All right, that's a wrap on the news. Pod news up this weekend for the local business spotlight is Unity Bands, a cool newish nonprofit over in Arnold. Next weekend is Lifetime. And yesterday I dropped not one, but 2 bonus pods. One with Michelle Eberly from the Maryland Health Connection, all about the open enrollment for health insurance. And at 8 p.m. last night, my crystal balling on the elections. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long End Foster Company, and Scout and Molly's. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, when you need the scoop on the Naptown nightlife, the only place to go will be BeeprBuzz. And here to bring it to you is Bridget with Annapolis After Dark. All that in just a bit, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, November 8th. Yesterday was almost a little too nice for early November across the Annapolis region, with max sunshine and very warm temps in the upper 70s to lower 80s across the region. But things will change starting today. Look for sunshine and breezy highs today with PM highs only near 60 degrees, which is average for this time of year, as winds will gust to 20-plus miles per hour at times, followed by more sun and lighter winds tomorrow with highs again near 60, to be followed by very nice conditions Thursday, with sunshine in mid to upper 60s for highs, with temps back up near 70 on Friday with rain showers likely, before maybe more rain in 60 Saturday, which could include the remnants of what very likely could become Hurricane Nicole in the next day or two before striking the Florida East Coast. So stay tuned for updates on that storm, but then we're looking at much cooler temps that will be several degrees below average Sunday and Monday, despite plenty of sunshine each day, with highs only in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. Gearing up for the Bay Bridge Run Walk, I figured if I was going to walk, then why not do it for a cause? And why not bring along some friends, too? I reached out to Stacy Nicholson of C&R Insurance and Dale Watson of Alpha Engineering, and they said yes, but why stop there? So, we're putting out an official challenge to join forces with us.
So we'll walk for a cause Sunday, November 13th. All funds raised will support backpacks for kids, Christmas for children, and diapers for babies. These programs make a difference in the lives of people throughout our community.
We invite you to walk with us. Join Team Walk the Walk Foundation, and registration is free. Visit WTWF.org to register and learn more. Already registered? No problem. You can still join our Walk the Walk fundraising team.
What's that website again?
WTWF.org.
Together we can rock this walk. Who's in?
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, November 9th through Sunday, October 13th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Peter James will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. Dana B will be at Senior Chili in Arnold. DTC, known as Driven to Clarity, will be at Tuscan Prime. Love those guys. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. There will be music this Thursday at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape with Kevin Pollack. And there will also be Thursday music at Twain's Tavern with Mixed Business. Troll Tribe will be at Dark Horse. Kieran Quinn will be at Brian Baru. Doug Segree and Eric Scott will be at Senior Chili in Arnold. Weekend music. Friday night start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. and stay for live music by Michael McHenry Tribe. Nate Finn will be making his debut at Ram's Head Tavern. Jack Schenk will be solo at Annapolis Market House. 2 floors of free music at Middleton Tavern on Friday night with Rickshaw Lizard downstairs and Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar. Nate and Jim acoustic duo will be at Mother's in Arnold. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Sullivan's Cove. Chris Button will be at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. The Tommy McGee Band will be at Malloy's and Gambrels. Troll Tribe Trio will be at Gina's Cantina in Millersville. The Dave Chappell Band will be at Annapolis Smokehouse. And All You Need Band with Nate Finn will be opening up for Mike Numera and the Rhythm Handlers at Stan & Joe's on West Street. The weekend music at Metropolitan will now move from the rooftop to the first floor, and Friday night will be DJ J. Crawdads. Saturday, there will be a Back to the 80s party night at Poor Dog House in Millersville with DJ Folly. Nate and Jim acoustic duo will be rockin' West Street from Stan & Joe's. And Nate is bringing along copies of his children's Christmas book that he wrote, Tale of the Christmas Wishcracker, so you can rock out and Christmas shop at the same time. Jennifer Schimpf will be at Smashing Grapes in Annapolis. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Reynolds Tavern. Salad Sender Trio will be at 49 West. Starbelly will be at Dark Horse. Brody Keene will be at Pfeiffer's Seafood in Pasadena. Moose Jaw Bluegrass will be at Firm Brewery in Gambrels. Pretty Big Deal with Michael Kay will be at Sullivan's Cove in Severna Park. And Larry Lay will be down in Galesville playing piano at Stan & Joe's Riverside Inside. On Sunday, Fun Day. Start with brunch with Annapolis Bluegrass at Sullivan's Cove, or at the first Leather Chair concert at Trip Records in Edgewater. Kicking it off will be Ryan and Shane from Moran Trip Band. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be up at Firm Brewing in Gambrels. Angie Miller will be at Senior Chili in Arnold. Royal Flush will be at Stan & Joe's on West Street. And end the night at Tsunami with DJ J. Crawdad spinning the vinyl. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to your homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
Ready for a new look for those end of summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.